It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we'll see the Orbits, creative quarterback. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Orbits and the Chargers on Monday Night Prime Time.
We've all waited long enough to get here. It's time for some football as we welcome you to the NFL on EA Sports. Well, we are in store for a great game today, everyone. Kate Scott and Brock Heward, along for the ride in this one. We love these kind of games, Brock, and that's because we got a pair of teams who both gotten off to good starts this season. They find themselves with winning records as we now work our way through the front half of this schedule.
Yeah, you know, we try to be pros, and every game, right, is a big game, but when you have teams that have gotten off to these starts, we know these are both playoff caliber teams. They look that way right now. And this is also a measuring stick game, and a great one where you don't have the consequences of lose and go home. Just a wonderful test for you, for me, for the fans, and most importantly for those guys on the field.
Here's Tyler Bass to get this one started. And here we go on Monday Night Football. On the return, here comes Justice Hill. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So now out comes the Charger offense for their initial drive of the game. And it'll be their second-year quarterback who's bringing them out.
That's a loss last week, Kate, that he wears. He's worn it all week long, and I know he isn't the only guy out there. There's 11 on the side on every play. A couple of interceptions. He's going to hold himself accountable. A lot of work's gone into making sure this week's game is an improvement on that.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The drive begins with Henry. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good rip on first down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
An offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to first down, but instead the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy, and their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on a 3rd and short.
Turning to Henry on 3rd. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. Give him 3 on that game. And the Chargers will have a first. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Finds him over the middle. Doesn't get much beyond the line. Tackle made by Jawan Bentley.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. They gain 14 on the play. And the Chargers will have a first. Throwing now from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Chargers will have a first. Dropping back to throw. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And it sets up 2nd down. Shotgun handoff now to Cook. And they bring him down at the 25-yard line after surrendering some good yardage. A solid 8-yard gain there, and now they're going to have 3rd and 2. Henry's going to try to pick it up. Escapes a defender. And finally, they bring him down. He shook off a couple of defenders there on a nice pickup. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this beast down.
Gets him on the in route. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. They'll have first and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Henry can't push it across. They make the stand. It looks like they might have stopped him a little bit behind the line, too.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do?
And he gets in. Touchdown. The Chargers finish up an excellent opening series. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
Point after, up and good by Fairbairn. And the Chargers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Jackson now to return it. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So they come on offense now, ready for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their 4th-year quarterback.
Okay, you know he's happy about that win last week, but less happy about his performance. He went into the lab this week, there's no question about it, and studied those mistakes, those 2 interceptions, because he knows that's not sustainable for winning. And I love a line from Mike McDonald. He talks about the quarterback being the voice of poise. That means flushing those mistakes from a week ago and being poised to go attack today.
And he's going to be brought down at the 42. They get 13 on the pickup. And they're going to have a first down.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
Almost a completion of the wrong team there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's go.
Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's able to reach that midfield stripe after some solid running. A strong 9-yard effort there, Brock, and it brings up 3rd and 1. They give it to him again. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. This one goes for 3 yards. And that gives them the first. New set of downs for him from the 46. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
Looking for his wide receiver there. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Here we go.
Throwing from the gun here. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then you got to react as it begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
This one, take it in. He's going to return it from a yard or 2 deep. And he puts together a nice little return there before they're able to bring him down. The Chargers and Derrick Henry making their way back out on offense. And that touchdown on their opening drive, more of what we've come to expect from him this season. You can see he's one of the league's best at finding the end zone thus far. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Henry gets it here to start the drive. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
And he'll take this up to about the 34 before he stopped. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on second down. From the 34. Catch is made down the right sideline. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
To throw it on first down. Short pass brought in. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. It's a pickup of 11. And the Chargers will have a first.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
It's Henry on the counter. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few. He got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Metcalf's got it, complete. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. That's the end of our first quarter. 3 more to go still on Monday night. Neither side separating much so far. More coming up after this quick break. Chargers ball as we get back for the second, and they are thinking points. They give to Henry on the inside handoff. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line. That's a gain of 13, and it sets them up with first and goal.
You spring a big game like that, Kate, on the interior. 9 times out of 10, that O-line decisively won their matchup with the big fellas up front. They got those pads down. They created leverage.
Oh, no touchdown. It's intercepted. Breaks the tackle, still going. And the Orbits are going to have it after his second interception of the season.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
Their offense headed back out for its second drive of the contest. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. He's got him, that's McBride. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And it sets up first down. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. Up the sideline, past the 40. And he gets it forward all the way to the 44. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
Easily add the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a first down pickup.
Going to the ground again on first. Another big rip. The ball is out. And they scoop it up. They can still run with it. And he works this to the 38 before going down. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains. Ooh, so close to a big play defensively there, Brock. But now these guys got to stay out there. They were unable to bring in the fumble. They just forced.
They do. Got to bring a little bit of juice, but kind of like a boxer.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
And he's going to get it out past the 40 before he goes out.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Third and long for him here. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete.
I'll tell you what, Kate, that's a really nice play in coverage. That linebacker looking like a cornerback on that play. Perhaps those cover guys could take some notes on how to stay in position and, most importantly, swat that pass away.
And this one had a brief chance, but not a good kick in the end. He misses it. And the deficit stays at 7.
He was hitting from that distance pregame. Heck, we were on the field watching it, and they were confident he could do so again. Just did not work out this time around.
The Chargers returning their offense and this running back to the field. And a nice drive last time out, Brock, squandered by that interception. So I think they take a repeat of everything except that final play. They've got a man in motion. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. He's got it over the middle. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And the third and short in your back pocket, you get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And the Chargers will have a first. Another run for Henry. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Man, he's been having a great first half, really playing a key role so far in this offense.
But you know and I know what's coming, Kate. We call them adjustments, right? You hit a homer, you take that fastball deep, you're not going to see it anymore. And you get run on like this, the defense is going to make some adjustments at halftime.
And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. Options are open here. It's second and inches. Trying down the middle with Henry. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. Just a single yard, but that's going to be enough to move the chains. Still on the move, coming to the line for first and 10. Pass play now. To the edge of the end zone. Oh, it's incomplete.
Oh, that is going to haunt him. A drop touchdown in the end zone. We'll see how good his mental toughness is, if he can move past it quickly and make an impact for them later.
This is Henry on second. And he's able to bring this one down to the 4-yard line. A solid 8-yard gain there, and now they're going to have third and 2.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Short yardage situation here. It's third and 2. Ooh, that looked like a pick for a second, but it hits the end zone grass. They are very fortunate to get this one back, but now they've got fourth down.
Let's go now.
Running for it. Here's Henry. And he's able to take this one in for the touchdown. The Chargers get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
That one right down the middle. And the Chargers double their lead to 14. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Makes the grab in bounds left side. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs.
You know, Kay, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
Let's go.
From the 41. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Chargers will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Well, we all know, Brock, those slot guys start piling up receptions, and that makes them a priority target for the defense.
Yep.
They kept someone nearby, and they pick off that check down.
Yeah, if a play breaks down in today's football, like back in my day, last century, right, you checked down to the running back. That's not the case anymore. These slot receivers, well, they're as big a security blanket as running backs are, but the defenses, to your point, Kate, they figured it out too. And that defense, well, they didn't just figure it out in their head. They went out and executed with their bodies to take it away.
So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. He's going to push one deep down the right. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
The defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up. It cost him that catch.
They run it with King Henry. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. They get about 4 there. Need a little more than that now on 3rd and 6. It's the 2-minute warning now from Oakland. The Chargers driving. They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6.
Here we go, set.
Now they'll throw out of the gun. He's got the first down grab and still going. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
Here we go, here we go.
He'll look to throw. Dumped off to his running back. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. They've been leaving him open, and that is something they're going to have to button up in the near future, Brock, considering the type of start this guy is having.
Yeah, this running back's making all sorts of friends with his buddies in his offensive huddle. Enemies on the other side, but this kind of production means everybody's going to get to eat today.
This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9.
Ready.
Back to throw. That's caught for the first. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown. The Chargers boat racing them to the halftime locker room. There sure was a lot of trust on that play, Brock, and he proved worthy of it with that end result.
Yeah, good old receiver. Someone who just knows how to get it into the end zone is worth his weight in gold to a QB. And on that throw, there was trust there that he had a shot to find pay dirt.
Fairbairn now for the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Chargers stretch their lead to 21. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Has this at the 6. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. The Orbits and this running back headed back out for a new series. And losing by 3 scores, they'll have a final chance to take at least 3 off the deficit before halftime. They've got first down from the 31.
Come on, come on.
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Complete out to the right. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And it'll give them a first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. And the Chargers are going to have it after his second interception of the season. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's going to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
The Chargers back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. Hopefully they've drawn something up here, Brock, because not a lot of time left to get this inside of field goal range. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43.
Shut up.
They're going to throw here to begin the drive. He lofts it deep left. That's incomplete for the moment. We do have a flag down, but it might not be good news for their offense. That's usually where we see holding calls. You got a major fistful of jersey on that play, and it's going to end up costing him. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20.
Let's go now.
Now looking to throw. They bring the pressure. Down he goes. Timeout taken by the offense. Their second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. They really need some chunk yardage here on second down.
Go.
Another try following the sack. Cut for big yards on the right side. And he's out of bounds right at the 40-yard line. It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here.
Let's go.
Throwing from the gun. He has the first over the middle. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time.
It's a gain of 23 yards. And the Salt Lake City first down.
All set up now for 1st and 10.
Set.
Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. They'll come up 1st and 10. Looking for a throw here. And it's caught. Touchdown! The Chargers get more points to end a lopsided first half. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yep.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. But what makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
Fairbairn now for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chargers continue piling on to this lead. Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. He's going to field this at the 2. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. We've reached the break. The Chargers visitors, but fighting out to an early advantage. Now we'll jump from the West Coast to the East Coast, down to our studios in Orlando. Jonathan Coachman standing by with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. As mentioned, this is the EA Sports Halftime Report. Time to take a look around the NFL and find out what's going on this fine Sunday. We'll get started across the Atlantic in the Irish capital of Dublin, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Jacob Eason leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. Next, we head off to check out another game. And things didn't go so well, as it was the visiting Raiders who come in and grab the victory. Kyle Allen leading the way with a couple of touchdown passes in the victory. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And they were losers in that one as they fall to the visiting Denver Broncos. Garrett Wilson leading the way with 3 touchdown catches. It was Derrick Henry, as he normally does, making his impact felt in that first half. He's over 100 yards rushing for the game already and found the end zone twice as well. The highlights from the first half, all one-sided. This one got out of hand early, and now you have to wonder how these teams will approach this second half, because this one's already close to being in the bag, if it's not already.
Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the third quarter. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Here's a return from the 7. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. The Orbits ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And as we can see here, it hasn't been the easiest game for him to operate out there, right? Number of rough moments for him. This defense able to pick him off twice to highlight their performance against him.
We don't always know what's said there at halftime, Kate, in the locker room. Some of the adjustments offensively and defensively, but I can assure you the special teams coach pulled his kick return team aside and said, listen, we have a chance here down double digits to spark this game. Let's go out and get a great return to set the offense up for success. That's exactly what they did.
Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I know they say it any time he comes up in an interview, but they appreciate having him on this defense so much, Kate, because of plays like that one. Those are great instincts. It takes instincts and want to come up and run support, and not many corners can make that stop.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Throw reeled in by Thomas. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Here we go, here we go. Ready?
They're going for this. He completes it in traffic. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. They come through with 6 yards there, Brock, and they're rewarded with a new set of downs. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10.
Ready, ready?
Trying to throw here out of the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang through the contact. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And now they face 2nd down.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Check go.
The give here on 2nd. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field.
Holding offense.
A great play defensively. They forced a loss despite the
penalty is
penalty,
declined.
and they just went ahead and declined it. The Chargers into a nickel set, 3rd down.
Come on, come on.
They'll throw it. He puts some juice on a deep throw down the middle. That one firmly denied by the man in coverage. So that brings up 4th and long. Punt team headed out for the Orbits. Got 46 on his first punch, and this one's pushing a little more distance. That's taken at the 15. And he found some space to do a little damage there before they bottle him up. 58 yards on the punt there. And the Chargers take possession. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Hut, hut.
Third quarter starts with a run from Henry. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. How about a big hitter, 34 yards there and a new set of downs.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on, because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot. 1st down, and they go right back to him. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
Okay, ready?
2nd down now, 7 to go.
Hut.
From the 38. Chased down to his right. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Set it. Go.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Connects on the crosser. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Going with King Henry here. He breaks a tackle. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
They'll run here with Henry. And he's brought down after a decent gain. Give him 4 on that play. So now they've got 2nd and goal. Henry. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Chargers push their lead further to start the half. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. In baseball, it's 3 strikes and you're out. I know you experienced that a lot, but on the gridiron, you're feeling pretty happy, right? If you could strike the end zone 3 times in one game.
Yeah, I'd rather go hockey and soccer. That's just a positive guy in me. They call that a hat trick. It's worth celebrating. And yeah, they should celebrate this effort.
That one splits the uprights. And the Chargers grow their lead yet again. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Returning it from the 4. This return makes it up to the 25. This offense running out for a new series, led by their running back. All the touchdowns have come from one side of the field, Brock. They're still looking for their first points of any kind in a game that has gotten out of hand.
Set. Check, go.
On 1st down, they'll run. And he gets it forward and still about a yard out of that. Tackle made by Ernest Jones. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. He's going to throw this one. Harrison secures this, left side. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's
Holding
on the offense. Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. Offense to the line for 2nd down.
Here we go, set. Ready.
Pass play coming here. That pass is complete to McBride. And he'll get it up to the 27.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete. Clean breakup on that throw. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And they got home, sacked him on 4th down. We've got a turnover on downs, and the defense takes over in plus territory.
Coach is challenging to get the defense off the field with a stop. Rose to the challenge and delivered on that one, really overwhelming the line of scrimmage.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Metcalf's got it, complete. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Handoff headed right to Henry. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did. Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter, but they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
Everly's kick is good. And they didn't even need those points when you look at how impressive that lead is.
Kaimi Fairbairn set to kick off.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Starting from the 5. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. Here comes their offense out again. The turnover on downs only led to 3. Obviously better than a touchdown, but enough to rattle them a bit as they return to the field. Throwing from the gun here. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So 2nd down coming up. Throwing now from the gun. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Chargers, they're going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception.
This is a time that the communication upstairs from the booth, Kate, down to the field, it starts to get just a little bit. These eyes. Got to help this quarterback try to see the field, because right now, with the 3rd interception, man, he is killing his team.
Great, set.
Cook trying this one up the gut. And he's brought down after a nice run and some extra effort. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run in crossing that 1st down marker.
And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And the Chargers will have it first.
1st down, Chargers.
Another one for Cook. And he's able to push this down to the 12. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next. Only 1 quarter remains in our final game of the week. That's the end of the 3rd. The Chargers have possession and a massive lead. This one looking like it could be over. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Again, it's Cook. A gain of 3, and now they're going to be able to plan for 1st and goal.
You know what I like about a second and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a first down, but you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
Well, you call that play to surprise the defense, try to get to the goal line. But a quick adjustment by the defense, well, it kept him in position to make the stop and ruin that play.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him maybe a yard on that play, Brock. Still 7 to go on 3rd and goal.
Great, set.
Shotgun snap for Hurts. That one's incomplete in the end zone. Thought he had a touchdown there. And that brings up 4th and goal. So here's Kaimi Fairbairn, ready for the field goal try. Everly's kick is good. And the lead continues to grow and grow.
Get another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Jackson now to return it. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. This offense ready to get going again now. Well, we all know at this point, turnovers the big problem for them in this game, Brock. And not surprisingly, the defense has capitalized on those mistakes on more than one occasion to their benefit.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that can be tough to win football games in spite of, right? But over the test of time, turnovers are the #1 thing that cost you games, especially after that first one. Once there's blood in the water, you feel it with the defense. They get all over you, trying to force another turnover and another and another.
Tried to connect, but it winds up incomplete.
I think I could see his eyes from the booth. He was envisioning the return and simply dropped it. You got to secure the pick before anything else.
Throw right side, hauled in by Harrison. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped.
Kate, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
Complete beyond the marker. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. They are throwing it again. And the first down pass sent away by a defender, incomplete.
And you ask a lot of your defenders on that field. It is not easy to play defense in today's NFL. Not only stay in their assignment's hip pocket, but to make plays on the ball as it arrives. He was challenged with an intermediate throw, and he swatted it away with ease.
And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
Here we go.
3rd and a lone yard coming up.
Check go.
They'll try and throw it here. Campbell hauls it in. Still has some space inside the 35. They get 22 on that one. And they'll have 1st down.
This dude just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that 1st down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
Throwing it again here. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete.
I don't fault the look downfield at all. I mean, that was just a situation there where it's a better defensive play than the offense executing.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down.
Ready.
He'll throw it yet again. Escapes the pocket. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
They're now set for 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. The throw is caught. And he'll head out of bounds after a short gain.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Go!
Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And now they're going to face third down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Now we'll see the medical team head out towards a Charger who's still on the field and in some pain.
Okay, break.
They still need 10, but the offense getting set on fourth down.
Shut up.
Back now, pressure on its way. This one's caught. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. And this one won't get close. They make the stand and force that turnover on downs.
You know, these fourth down plays are all about trust. You lean into what you do best. Unfortunately, with the lack of execution, you're going to throw that one off the playlist.
This offense headed out as we get a look at their running back. And they settled for a chip shot field goal last time, Brock. You got to think they want to be able to finish it off and reach the end zone here.
No touch that.
Straight ahead, here's Cook. And he'll only get out to about the 7 before going down. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
Great, set. No touch.
This is Cook. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that third down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
No touch.
They'll run here on first down. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Hey, look, in the right situation, you catch a team off guard. Well, this could be a tremendous play for some big yards. But in the wrong situation, you get hit in the mouth right behind the line of scrimmage.
And he turns a little room into a gain up to the 17. Moving in the right direction. 5 yards there, but still got a 3rd and 9 coming up.
No touch.
Throwing here hurts. That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Give him 24 on that play. And the Chargers will have a first.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42.
Great, set. No touch.
This is Cook on the handoff. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
No touch.
They'll run it with Cook. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next third down coming.
No touch.
Going to the ground again on first. And they make the stop. We're going to say at about the 37-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
So the Chargers take this one on the road. And if they could play at this level every time out, well, their coaches would be happy as they could be. Total team effort, a dominating victory. Well, that'll do it for us, for Brock Heward and our entire hard-working crew. I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Chargers as we say so long from Oakland.